Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Now, I've put forth a lesson / segment last night addressing white supremacy. I actually wanted to post a follow-up commentary pertaining to that video under the comment box. However, on 2 occasions, from the Slapping You with the Truth account and from my other account, they will not allow me to put these words and to express what I wanted to express on there. So what I will do, I will read verbatim what it is I was trying to convey, because I still am unable to see that commentary pertaining to that lesson that I wanted to put up. So this is going to be a short commentary on that lesson / segment, white supremacy. Once again, peace and Yah bless. Israelites, aka black people throughout the diaspora, have a problem. That problem is they / we are hypocrites, just like our enemies. We take the many lies that we were told and color coat them. We take the Roman idol JC and add melanin and dreadlocks to make it acceptable to us. However, it is still a lie. We take Santa Claus and make him look like us. However, it is still a lie. We take the N word and add an A sound at the end, and then we say we have made that word our own. This is the ignorance of our people across the earth. We refuse to be corrected when our hypocritical ways are put before our very face. Next up is a video addressing our hypocritical ways, and that will be done after this. We are just as foul and duplicitous as our enemies. Did you expect us to be any different? All that we know is what they have taught us. We have the traits and behavior patterns of any white supremacist breathing. Any black man that wants to challenge white supremacy and refuses to address the religion of Christianity and their white make-believe savior called JC and its adverse effects upon the thinking and actions of our people is disingenuous, and he or she really should not be taken seriously. They / we will not address the elephant in the room. Why? Because they / we are afraid. We are afraid of offending whites, Europeans, Caucasians. The very people that have no fear of offending or killing us. We are afraid of our relatives and our friends who are in agreement with white supremacist power structure, with the white supremacist power structure. To challenge Christianity is to challenge all the European-ran governments on the earth. It is a direct challenge to all white people. These governments are all Christian governments, and all of them, not some of them, and all of them, these Christian nations, these Christian governments across the earth, all of them have enslaved, murdered, and disrespected our people and continue to do this to this very day. How long will our people continue to play stupid to make our enemies comfortable? When will we face the fact that many of our enemies are within our own families and they look just like us? I am slapping you with the truth, and many of you won't like it and many of you don't like it. And that's only because you have become comfortable hearing, telling, repeating, teaching, and living lies. Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. If we're going to deal with white supremacy, there's no possible way that we're going to address white supremacy and not attack all these European nations upon the face of the earth. because every last one of them, our inception and our introduction to white supremacy starts through the Christian church, starts when we are children. So if we're going to actually tear down this unrighteous structure, this unjust structure that we are living in all the many nations where we have been scattered, it starts right there. That's where it must start. We can speak on economics all day long. You need money to fight money. Let me say that again. We can speak about economics. Surely they have disenfranchised us and cut us off from economical prosperity. They have done this thing, and it was done on purpose with malicious intent. However, at no time, if we're going to attack these nations, these Christian nations that's done these foul things to us, every last one of them, look at their history and what they've done to our people. These are unrighteous people. This religion is an unrighteous, paganistic, foul, and contrary to the Most High's law in every way, shape, and form. And if we're going to tear down white supremacy, it starts right there. And we are in all these Christian nations throughout the earth. And when we rise up against this Christianity and rise up against this paganism and rise up against this idolatry, this whole thing crumbles. Once again, to fight money, you need money. To fight white supremacy, to fight Christianity and all this madness that they've fed to us since we were children, we don't need a dime. All we need to do is withdraw our hands from participating in this nonsense. Get on our knees, lift our hands in prayer and face Jerusalem, and turn away from all this idol worship, all this Christianity, all this white supremacy. Some white man died for you and coming out the heavens and taking you up in the sky with him while you watching him kill you every day on your TV screen and in your streets. It's very simple. For us to fight white supremacy, we don't need guns. Most High told us what the secret was. He told us what the secret sauce was. It's right there in Deuteronomy chapter 30. We have to turn back to his laws, statutes, judgments, and precepts. That doesn't require a dime. That does require you, however, separating yourselves from the heathen. Separating yourself from wickedness. And Christianity, from its inception and what it has displayed throughout the earth to our people and continue to do to this day, is absolute wickedness and contrary to the Most High's law in every way, shape, or form. And any black man or woman, any Israelite upon the face of the earth that refuses to address that elephant in the room is not to be taken seriously. And they are disingenuous. It's simple as that. Now, they're not afraid of us trying to fight them any other way, because we need money to fight their money. And we can fight this whole wickedness and this wicked system of government called Christianity throughout the earth. We can fight that broke. We've got the book of the law in our possession. We understand clearly what it is we need to do as far as withdrawing our hands from wickedness. But we don't want to do that. We want to pick the lesser of two evils. That's what we want to do. We want to be in fear of flesh, instead of making the Most High our dread, making him our fear, and turning towards him with our whole heart and our whole soul, and separating ourselves from the heathen. See, they understand clearly that that is the key. And this is how we win. And so we must consider our ways and our doings and make it good. Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And Israel, stand by. My next video coming up after this, I'm going to bring it to you, put it in your face, and show you where you are exactly as your enemies. And all that you know is what they have taught us. And if we remove them from the face of the earth today, we will replicate everything that they have taught us when they will be nowhere around. You are like your enemies. And the only way you're going to change the thinking of your enemies and the actions of your enemies, you're going to have to do something that's totally contrary to what they have taught you. And what is contrary to what Christianity have taught us is the Most High's law, statutes, judgments, and precepts. You don't have to believe me. Go in that law and read it. Peace, Israel, and Yah bless. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Do understand, Israel, that this is war. Peace, Israel.